everyone, this is Thalia and I'll be talking about more Hunter x Hunter, and I'll be talking about the Heaven's Arena arc, and this is from episode 27 to 36. Yes, okay, sorry, I had to look for that. This was pretty epic, it was very good. I really enjoyed this arc. I think it was one of the best so far, but then again I've only seen 3. Also, I had some what the fuck moments in this arc because of Hisoka, and I think people know why, because you had the swing kind of thing that happened, and I wasn't really sure what to think about that. Was he like, I don't even want to say it, like, was he turned on by Gon because he slapped him? I mean, well, he gave a pretty good punch. I mean, that's not slapping anymore, but like, really, that was weird. And then the shower scene when he was like naked calling to Gon like, hey, are you ready for the fight? It's like, okay, this is Hisoka for you. So my mind kind of changed about Hisoka because I do find him even more funny now just because of those scenes. It was pretty weird to just see that, but then again I was like, it's Hisoka, he was weird anyway, so I can't accept it in a way. I don't know if that sounds weird, but I mean, for me it makes sense. So yeah, I'm just gonna say I enjoyed it in a way because it was funny and it didn't make any sense because no, I just see that in front of me the whole time because they actually showed it in the 2 last episodes. Oh, the swing man. Yeah, this arc I really enjoyed. Like I like the whole concept of the Heaven's Arena and how they got to the top, like how they got to the 200s. It was pretty easy for Gon and Killua, but then again they were doing it for the money and to like kind of fight more, have more experience and train. But for the first 200, the money helped, but not the training, because all they did was like do like 1 punch or like 1 chop kick like in the neck, and that's it, and they could defeat almost everyone. Which in a way I think was interesting because I didn't think Gon was like on the same level like Killua in a way. Like, I didn't think he could defeat all of those people with just 1 like punch, because I don't know if that's weird or not, but I guess he had the excuse like, yeah, he went to the whole test gate and all that stuff, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna ask too much questions about it because it's Gon. He's kind of special. I mean, I get in a way why he could be able to do that as well. He did train and he had some more experience after the whole hunter tests and all that. After they got to the 200th floor, that is when it got more interesting. Before, the other interesting thing that happened is that they met Zuchi and Wing. I did like how Killua was actually struggling with his fight with Zuchi, because I was like, this is going way too fast and way too easy. Someone has to struggle at one point, and he actually did struggle a little bit, but not too much because it's Killua. But then again, he was still thinking like, what was he doing, because he had the special power, and then it turns out it's Nen. But then Wing kind of wants to like teach them, but he says not, like, he doesn't say the truth about it, and you know, he kind of trolled them, I guess. But when they got to the 200th floor, there was Hisoka, and he had Nen like just like in the gate so they couldn't go to like the receptionist to like sign in and all that stuff. And that was very interesting because I see it as like Hisoka kind of protecting them as well, because if they don't know Nen, they probably wouldn't have like been able to defeat any of the others, because everyone uses Nen above the 200th floor. So I think that was like kind in a way of him as well. And then again, he also wanted Gon just to be strong enough to fight him. So it was like good for both ways, I guess. So then they actually learned it, and he said the truth and all that, and you know, they defeated some weird people, like especially those 3. They didn't defeat like one of them because he got really scared because Killua threatened him. I thought it was a really cool scene though, because you know, I love Killua and I love when he's turning really badass, so I really like that scene. But I also like that he was actually being friendly towards Zuchi and Gon a bit more than usual, because like Zuchi got kind of kidnapped by those weird trio guys. That's weird saying that like that, but anyways, he got kidnapped and actually Killua saved him, and because of that they had to fight those 3 guys. So I like how Killua did that, and also like when Gon got hurt in his first fight above the 200th floor, he was like really taking care of him, and I like how Killua's development and like the friendship level, I guess. Also about Gon, his first fight, we know that he got pretty injured, but he healed really quickly, which I mean, I was happy about that, because otherwise I don't know if they would have made it, or I don't know what would have happened otherwise, but I'm glad he did, and I'm glad that Killua kind of like took care of him just staying in his room and practicing his nen and all that kind of stuff. So I actually didn't mind that he had to train that, because that probably helped him a lot. So yeah, and Wing and Zuchi, actually those characters, I like them a lot, but at the beginning when I met Wing, I wasn't really sure because I couldn't trust him, so I was already thinking that he was kind of lying about it at the first time. But then the second time I was like, oh, this is actually a cool guy, and I think he was pretty funny as well at times. Same for Zuchi, so I did like those moments with all of them together, training and getting more information, and I'm glad that they didn't explain it like in really short scenes, because they actually took their time to explain everything, well, almost everything, I guess. I don't know if you know everything yet, but all we got to see was explained very well, and I didn't have to be confused all the time, because that happens a lot when you have to like explain all these powers and all that stuff. And it is still kind of complicated, but I will probably get to know it more in like other episodes and all that stuff. So I think they explained it very well, and I'm glad how they did it. And just with the fights and stuff, that helped a lot as well. And the fight with Hisoka and that other guy, when they had to like figure out what kind of powers he used, like what kind of nen he used and all that. That was very interesting to me, and I liked that. But yeah, about that fight with Hisoka and Castro, that was pretty badass. I really liked it. His hand got chopped off and all that stuff, and crazy stuff happened. And afterwards as well, because you know, he kind of like removed the spider tattoo. We know he has this kind of power that he can like manipulate kind of like his flesh and his wounds, and he can like make it look real. So I think that was very interesting. I like that about Hisoka, but I don't like that he is in that other group with the spiders that Kurapika is after, because I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of a good thing, because Kurapika is looking for them and he can just follow Hisoka, I guess. But then again, I don't know if Hisoka will go to that meeting they have at the end of August, because you know, he's been avoiding all of them lately, so I don't know if it will kind of help Kurapika or not. So I don't know why he is acting this way, so I guess we'll just see. I'll have to wait for that. But I think that was very interesting though, and I was kind of like, not shocked, but I was like, okay, you know, it's like Hisoka, but still like, why are you doing this, and what is your purpose in doing this? Talking about Kurapika, we only saw him like, I don't know, like 5 minutes in the whole arc, and the same for Leorio, but we saw that they are actually practicing nen as well, and they probably like got through the hunter exam as well, because I mean, I haven't seen the next arc yet, but I'm guessing, I mean, they're gonna be there in the future, so I'm guessing they got there. Only for Leorio, they said that he was studying, so I guess he was studying nen, or he was studying for his doctor's stuff that he is doing. Like I said, this arc was pretty epic, and I really liked the fights that Killua had and all the fights that Gon had. Killua just being badass, and Gon just learning more stuff and being interested in Holden Nen stuff, and just me learning more about it as well and actually understanding everything. Like, I really just love this arc, and I can't wait to see the next one. Also, you know, like the end of this arc was the most epic thing of all, because Gon punched Hisoka in the face, and I mean, I was kind of expecting Hisoka to win, but I was looking forward how Gon would react to everything and how he would fight and like how he would use his nen and all that, because we also got to know more of the nen types, and we know what kind of type that Gon is and that Zuchi is and Killua, and you know, that was interesting as well, and that was like another level that we got to know again about the whole nen stuff. So I think it's gonna be pretty interesting in the future if they're gonna use that more, which they probably will. And yeah, I just can't wait. So, you know, just the most epic part was the end, Hisoka and Gon, that I enjoyed the most. But then again, Hisoka was just being weird, but that's Hisoka. so I'm fine with it. So yeah, that is kind of it for this arc. I'm gonna do live reaction videos to like episode 85 and other episodes, but 85 is the first one I'm going to do a live reaction for because people recommended me that and just asked me that to do, and I'm gonna do it. So it's probably gonna be pretty shocking because I've heard other people saying like what the fuck and all that kind of stuff, so I'm just excited to know what's going to happen now. Just wanted to let you know, and probably gonna be marathoning this next arc pretty soon, and then I can just review the next arc for you guys. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you can still do that here or on my channel if you want to. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.